Okay, so welcome to join the conversation. Today I'm joined by Mulalo Nemataheni, and it's an honor as we reinstate join the conversation, which I haven't done in over 4 years. And this is an opportunity to inspire others. So it will be running from July until August. So if you are called and you're inspired to be part of this, do send me a message. There's still space to speak to other women. So we can't wait to converse with you. So welcome, Pomuraro. So tell us more. Who are you?
Thank you very much for the warm welcome. And it is exciting to be doing this once again after so many years. And a bit about myself, I am Mulalo Nemataheni. By profession, I'm a certified financial planner. I teach financial literacy. I run a book club, and I am passionate about empowering women and also making sure that women have their own money. So those are some of the things that I do. I also run stock fails and also advertise for businesses and entrepreneurs. That is me.
Thank you so much for sharing what you do. So since we're building up to Women's Month, which is next month, and it's never too late, what message do you have for us?
Can you repeat the question? You were breaking.
So I was saying, since we're building up to Women's Month in August, so what is the message that you have, or the wisdom or the nuggets that you have? Because the last time we had you was 4 years ago, and we trust a lot has changed, you have evolved. What can you share with other women and everyone who's listening to this, and everyone who will be listening to this at a later stage?
I think the message that I can share based on where I am right now in life, I can say don't hold back. And just a reminder that the universe is always listening. This morning, when I woke up, I was singing a song. I was like, Ruman Nendia Rumeya, Ruman Nendia Rumeya. Like, send me, I am ready, I am ready. And the way the day unfolded, things are just happening. And I was just like, it was a simple prayer to say, I am ready. This is a new chapter. This is a new journey. I am ready. So don't hold back, go after everything that you want in this life, and then you do not need permission to succeed. You're the only one that can give yourself that particular permission. So as we go towards Women's Month, there will be a lot of opportunities that will come your way. Please raise your hand, keep it raised, and then go there and represent us, because when one woman wins, all of us will win. So I might not be able to come to your province where you are based, but when I see you win where you are, I celebrate you. So don't hold back.
Thank you so much. You heard her. She said, don't hold back. So just a follow-up question from me. It's why are you saying that we shouldn't hold back? Is there any behind the story behind that, if you're open to share? And also, I like you as well to fuse in you being a certified financial planner. Maybe it also contributes to that. Please bring that into the discussion.
Yeah, I was quite struggling to hear that. But I think the question was around the story around me saying, do not hold back, if there's anything around that. I think us as women, we have been conditioned by society, by our environments, where sometimes we need permission to do things. And we also need approval. We also need that validation. And I think the one person that is fit to give you validation is yourself. And if you are wanting something, go for it. Even for myself, in other instances, there will be times where I want to go somewhere, but I would still want that permission to do that. Simple things like visiting. When I want to visit my family, like I just put on the family group, I'm like, should I come? And then everyone will be like, hey, come, come, come. But those things, when you look at it, it's not just simple things on a family WhatsApp group. Sometimes it plays out even in corporate, it plays out in business, it plays out when you want to bid for that particular tender. And now you're just like, yo, am I worthy of this? So I would like to say, as women, let's deem ourselves worthy, because more than you know it, you are qualified and you deserve all the things that you want in this life.
Thank you so much for that. And I just want to come back to your profession. There is a young person who might be listening to this. She's a graduate, she just got employed. And throughout your financial journey, being in the finance industry, what would you say to her? And also do share the awards. I know you've been getting a lot of awards. Also share those and to inspire others. How did you achieve that? What was the journey?
Okay, so on my side, I'm a certified financial planner. The journey starts with you doing your undergraduate. It can be any degree, and most people, it's a degree in the commerce space. I have a BCom financial accounting degree. And then when it comes to the postgraduate, you can do your postgrad in financial planning to then be qualified to write the board exams with the Financial Planning Institute. And after you write your board exams and you have acquired the experience in financial planning, then you can be a certified financial planner and join the professional body, be a professional with a membership, a designation, and pay lots of money every year to renew your membership and do your CPD, which is continuous development, professional development points. So you will need 35 of those. But that is part of a community of people that are saying, in this space where financial planning is seen as an industry, we want to see it as a profession. We want to lead with honesty, integrity, putting the client first, and also making sure that we keep up to date in terms of changes with legislation, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that the client is at the center and we do what benefits the client. So most people don't know what financial planning is. They just think it's financial advice. Are you going to sell us policies? But this is a specialized profession where you're looking at personal financial management, where you're assisting people with budgeting and understanding how to do a budget that works for them. You are looking at tax planning, where you're saying every decision that you make has a tax implication. How does this plan out in your financial plan? There's retirement planning, where we're saying, now that you're still working, you're saving towards retirement. Do you know how much you should be saving? And do you know what type of lifestyle you would like to live, so that we have those calculations and say, this is where you should be starting, and looking at the different products where you can put money for retirement, because there's those available for people with a relationship with the employer and those that don't have a relationship with the employer, like entrepreneurs. So we explore all that. There's investment planning, where we look at different investments that exist and then be able to say, this is the one that will be best for you. There's a risk planning, where we're looking at insurance, where you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your assets. If you're in business, you're protecting your business, you're protecting even the relationship that you have with a business partner, to say, should one pass on, what's going to happen? And lastly, there is estate planning, where we are saying, at that point of death, what is going to happen? Now we look at instruments like your trusts, your wills. So those are the type of things that financial planning presents you with, and you learn how to do a financial plan with a client, and it also extends to financial coaching. So that's a world on its own, and I did not know that it exists while I was still studying. And I was so grateful for the graduate program that I was part of, because they offered to pay for me to study financial planning, and that's how I ended up in financial planning.
Thank you so much. That was a mouthful. And my follow-up question is to someone who just finished studying the degree that you have studied, and they are sitting at home. It can be a female or it can be a male. What can you say to them? As much as you have shared how diverse this area is.
I say the world has simplified things these days. because what technology can offer us is beyond qualifications. There's people that have studied, but they're sitting with that piece of paper. They don't even remember the things that they studied in university, but they've got things that they're passionate about, things that they would like to solve for. Because when we look about businesses and different companies, they're trying to solve the problems, and it should be problems that exist. So it's just a matter of saying, what is it that I'm struggling with, and how can it be done better? And where are other people that are having the similar challenge, so that I can solve it for them and then have them pay me so that I can make money. So there's different ways of making money, and other people would speak of side hustles. And most people that are in corporate do the things that other people do as the main job, as a side hustle. So it's up to you which mentality you would like to hold on to. And then as you do that, don't forget to put yourself out there. You had asked about awards earlier on. For me, it's just when you see it, put your name out there, allow yourself to be celebrated, and then you will be recognized for the work that you do.
I just love the last sentence of saying, allow yourself to be celebrated. And you find that most high achievers, people who are achieving on a daily basis, they even forget that. And that is something I had to learn as well. I'm forever being conscious about that. Thank you so much for sharing. So you have shared everything today. Is there anything else that you want to share? And to those who just joined us, if you've got a question for our guest, do type it in. And to those who will be listening to this at a later stage, type replay and tell us. And if you've got questions, and our guest will come back and respond. So we are streaming live on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and also on Facebook. So what is your other message that you have for our guests
I
who are
will
listening?
go back to allowing yourself to be celebrated. This is a culture that I learned when I was growing up from my parents. My parents want to celebrate everything. You get your report, you've passed, they celebrate. You get your driver's license, they celebrate. You buy a car, we celebrate. You even buy a laptop, we are celebrating. So that has taught me the importance of recognizing the different milestones that I encounter in my life. I've got a WhatsApp group called Mulalo Nemataheni, and also a Facebook group called Mulalo Nemataheni. On that Facebook group, every single Friday, 6 o'clock in the morning, there's a post that goes up to say it's time to celebrate our small wins for the week. So that pushes people. When I hear feedback from people, they say, we look out for that post. We want to be able to post what has happened, because sometimes we just continue with life. We're starting the second part of the year, but there's someone that has done so much, but they haven't had a chance to stop and say, what have I done? What could be celebrated? So that reminder to say, what have you done? What is the small win? Sometimes it's just waking up. Sometimes it's winning an award. Sometimes it's graduating. Sometimes it's being funded. Sometimes it's traveling. And those things need to be celebrated because they fuel us for the future. So, in the work that I do, I also run a book club. And even with that, we've got a conference that we run each and every single year. Now it's going to be on the 8th of August in Pretoria. The theme there is to celebrate women. We even have certificate of celebration. People have different certificates, but there are people that do not have a certificate of celebration. And that's what we offer to people, because if we don't celebrate ourselves, no one is going to come up and say, congratulations, we celebrate you.
Thank you so much for inspiring us to continue to celebrate. And we celebrate you have achieved a lot in the 4 years that you've been quiet, and cheers to that. Let's just clap hands for her. Wherever you are, just celebrate. So I know you run mentorship. So someone is listening and say, yes, I'm stuck. Tell them more about your mentorship and what
Your audio is fading.
am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes. So I was saying you run mentorship as well and you run other programs. Can you just share a little bit on how people can reach out and what are the benefits of those mentorship and the other programs that you run?
Thank you very much. At the moment, I'm not running a mentorship program, but I'm mentoring on official capacities with other organizations because I was just like, yo, my plate. I just need to side plate with other people. So I currently mentor on the Young Leaders Connect, YLC, with International Women's Forum. I mentor with the African Diaspora Network on their program that is Start Your Social Enterprise with women in other countries, mostly in Kenya, Uganda. And then I also mentor in other platforms. And in terms of the initiatives that I do, I run a network called Mulalo Nemataheni. It's Let's Connect with Mulalo Nemataheni, where I also advertise for small businesses and entrepreneurs. But the core thing is the sharing of opportunities. So people can reach out. I'm Mulalo Nemataheni on the different social platforms, and I'm also available on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is my very favorite one. And I'm happy to even share my contact numbers, which is 083 261 0700. 083 261 0700. Do not call me, send me a WhatsApp, and then I will respond and assist you with anything that you need. One thing that I have figured out in the past 2 years of my journey, I think it was around 2023, that's when I found out my purpose in life. And I was just like, my purpose is simply to collect and connect people. So I hashtag as a global connector. I'm building this network where when we bump into opportunities, some opportunities are even brought to us, and then our aim is just to share so that people can be able to achieve their goals, to go beyond what they thought could be possible, and also to discover what they did not know exist. Because in some of the engagements, when I meet this woman, they would say, I am here because of you. Thank you. And when they say, God bless you, I'm like, this is me going to fetch my own blessings from heaven. I've got a friend who would pay for people to advertise, who will sponsor the program that we're doing with kids in the reading club, who will support the book club. Like, she put money on the table. And I was just like, I'm learning from you because you literally go to heaven to fetch your blessings. So it makes it easier for me to also bless others because there is people that are showing me how to do it.
Wow, wow. Thank you to those destiny helpers, those who are supporting others. We are grateful. And I'd like to just say thank you for being you. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for being our first guest for joining the conversation. We are honored, and I trust everyone who was listening and will tune in later. They'll learn a lot and also share what you have learned from this conversation. So join the conversation is going to continue throughout the month until end of August. So if you are called as a woman to share what you do, there's never a dull story. It's time to inspire others and be the change. So I'm Mashudu Mbhele. So I'm a transformation coach. So I help people who are feeling stuck and who need transformation. So if you are looking for that, do reach out. And I'm also available for transformational talks as we are moving to Women's Month. I can also be reached on 060-508-6165. And I'm so grateful that you tuned in, and I'm so grateful to our guest for showing up and everyone who has tuned in. With that being said, anything else as we leave?
Go and do your best and be the best you can be. So the world is your oyster. And that's all I have to say.
So you heard here, the world is your oyster. Go and do your best. So do look out in our socials for more women. We've got other people who are coming. We've got Mpom Nemo on Friday, will be also inspiring us. So do look out for that advert as well. And thank you so much for just taking your time to listen to us, because at the moment, your time is a currency, and we're grateful that you're part of this initiative. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.